He helped 2 orphan girls. 12 years later, a royal starship landed for him. Marcus Chen wiped the sweat from his brow as he finished repairing the old water purification unit in the refugee camp's medical tent. The Terran colonial wars had left thousands displaced across the outer rim worlds, and Kepler 442b had become a dumping ground for those who had nowhere else to go. "Uncle Marcus!" 2 small voices called out in unison. He turned to see Zara and Kaya running toward him, their faces lit with joy despite the grime that seemed permanently etched into everything in the camp. The twin girls, no more than 8 years old, had been orphaned when their homeworld of Proxima Station was destroyed in the conflict. Like so many others, they had ended up here, forgotten by the galaxy. "What have you 2 been up to?" Marcus asked, kneeling down to their level. The girls weren't his nieces, but somehow everyone in the camp had started calling him Uncle Marcus over the past year he'd been volunteering here. "We helped distribute the food packets today," Zara said proudly, her violet eyes sparkling. Marcus had always found their eye color striking, not quite human, suggesting mixed heritage from one of the outer colony worlds. "And we learned some new words in Standard Galactic," Kaya added, pulling out a battered datapad that Marcus had repaired for them months ago. Marcus smiled. Despite having lost everything, these girls never lost their curiosity or their hope. It reminded him why he'd chosen to stay here instead of returning to his comfortable engineering job on Earth. "That's wonderful. How about we practice those words over dinner?" The years passed quietly on Kepler 442b. Marcus watched Zara and Kaya grow from curious children into brilliant young women. He taught them everything he could: advanced mathematics, quantum engineering, stellar navigation, and most importantly, the human values of compassion and perseverance that had driven him to help others. By the time they turned 16, both girls had mastered concepts that would challenge university graduates. Zara showed an intuitive understanding of hyperspace mechanics, while Kaya could debug quantum computer algorithms in her sleep. But more than their intelligence, Marcus was proud of their character. They used their growing skills to help others in the camp, fixing everything from communication devices to atmospheric processors. "Uncle Marcus," Zara said one evening as they watched the twin moons rise over the refugee settlement, "why did you stay here? You could have gone back to Earth, had a better life." Marcus considered the question carefully. "I stayed because this is where I was needed. Your parents, all the parents who were lost, they would have wanted someone to look after their children. I may not be your biological family, but family isn't always about blood." Kaya leaned against his shoulder. "We're grateful every day that we found you, found each other," Marcus corrected gently. On a warm morning in their 20th year, everything changed. Marcus was calibrating the camp's new power grid when a shadow fell across the settlement. He looked up to see a massive starship descending. Through the atmosphere, not the utilitarian transport vessels they were used to, but something magnificent. Its hull gleamed like polished silver adorned with intricate patterns that seemed to shift and dance in the light. The ship landed in the designated area outside the camp, and Marcus felt his heart rate increase. Ships like this only belonged to one group in known space, the ethereal sovereignty, the most advanced and mysterious civilization in the galaxy. A delegation emerged from the vessel, their tall, graceful forms moving with otherworldly elegance. Their leader approached the camp administrators, speaking in the melodic tones of high ethereal. Marcus caught fragments, something about a search, about 2 individuals of great importance. Within minutes, the camp was buzzing with activity. The ethereals were escorted through the settlement, their scanning devices humming softly as they searched for something, or someone. They stopped in front of Marcus's workshop. Zara and Kaya emerged from inside, and the lead ethereal's eyes widened in recognition. He dropped to one knee, followed immediately by his entire delegation. "Your Highnesses," he said in accented standard. "We have searched for you across 1,000 worlds." Marcus felt the ground shift beneath him. "Highnesses?" The ethereal rose and turned to Marcus with what he recognized as deep respect. "You are the human who has cared for the lost princesses of the 7th house?" Zara stepped forward, her violet eyes now blazing with an inner light that Marcus had never noticed before. "We are the daughters of High Sovereign Lirelei, heir to the throne of stars," she said, her voice carrying new authority. "When our world was attacked, our parents sent us away in an emergency pod that malfunctioned, leaving us stranded here." Kaya joined her sister. "We've known for years who we truly were, Uncle Marcus, but we also knew who you were, the human who chose to help 2 lost children when no one else would. Our mother's final message told us that our true character would be revealed not by our royal blood, but by those who chose to care for us when we had nothing to offer in return." The lead ethereal bowed to Marcus. "Human Marcus Chen, the ethereal sovereignty owes you a debt that spans the stars. You have raised our lost princesses with such wisdom and compassion that they have grown into leaders worthy of their birthright. Name your reward, and it shall be yours." Marcus looked at Zara and Kaya, seeing in their eyes the same girls who had called him uncle for 12 years, royal blood or not. "I want nothing for myself," he said simply. "But this camp, these refugees, they deserve better. They deserve hope, education, opportunity." Zara smiled, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Which is exactly why the sovereignty needs advisors like you, Uncle Marcus. Our first act as restored princesses will be to establish a new colony world, one where refugees can build new lives with dignity." As the royal starship prepared for departure, Marcus realized that sometimes the greatest adventures begin not with grand quests, but with simple acts of kindness. He had helped 2 orphan girls learn to dream again, and in return they were helping him discover that family and home could be found in the most unexpected places among the stars. Human had given them hope when they had none. Now they would give him a galaxy of possibilities.